Hey everyone, in today's video I want to show you how to create YouTube Shorts completely from scratch, all with your phone. So this works for Android phones and iPhones. And last year I made a completely dedicated video for YouTube Shorts outside of the YouTube mobile app. So you could do this with an editing software and you could upload it on youtube.com, the YouTube Shorts. All you really have to do for that is make vertical videos that are less than a minute. So if you don't have this option for some reason, you could still use that video as reference. And that's a much more advanced video. This is gonna be all using the mobile app. For example, for that video, I used the 6K camera like this, and I used the editing software Adobe Premiere Pro over here. But this is nothing like that. This is for the 99% of people that are using YouTube Shorts, not for business or brands. I do this for a living for businesses and brands, and those are the more advanced, higher end videos that I create. But this video is dedicated to the mobile app. So I'm gonna use the YouTube app, the regular YouTube app where you watch videos, and make sure you update yours. Let me jump in there. And on this app right here on the bottom, I'm just gonna press the plus sign to get to YouTube Shorts. And the option here, it says create a short. Now, if you don't see that, either update your app or use my other video where I show you a different option that doesn't require the mobile app. Now, if you want to upload from the existing stuff on your phone here, you could go ahead and add photos and videos. I'm just going to keep current selection here because I'm going to actually record on here. And this is what my camera is seeing right here. Now, I use this arm, and I mentioned this in my other TikTok videos as well, but this arm lets me set my phone like this vertical so I don't have to hold it, because typically it's much better to have your two hands free. You could do wider shots, you could stay away from the phone, you could be more expressive. So I'm gonna put a link in the description to the version of this arm that I have. It's just from Amazon, pretty inexpensive. So you could set up your phone really anywhere. It's hooking on my desk right now. Then I'll kind of walk you through step by step what I do here. Let's go ahead and flip the camera. So this option on the right. And usually I use this front facing camera that you see over here. Then typically I change the time because YouTube Shorts could be different times. So right now, by default, it lands on 15 seconds, but if you press that, you have a 60-second option too. And typically I make a little bit of a longer video, so 60 seconds. But for this video, I'll do a 15-second. So that's the very first step after I flip my camera. Then I would go ahead and add music. So you could choose that option on top. And these are things that YouTube allows you to use for YouTube Shorts. So there's no copyright issues like you have with traditional YouTube videos where you can't just use any music. And here you could go ahead and browse, search, or use your favorites. So let me go ahead and choose one of these, and you could listen to any of them as well. I'll just choose this one here, and then you could press the arrow to go ahead and add it. I just have my phone on mute right now for the sake of this video. So music is added. I've picked the duration of my video. Then I could change the speed. So where you see it says 1x, I could select that, and I could either record in slow motion or I could record in fast motion. So 3x would record whatever I'm doing 3 times faster. Half speed is gonna do it in slow motion. Okay, so you select that. I'm gonna do 1x because I'm gonna do a normal video here. Then what comes in handy is the timer. So I'm just going in order. But the timer, this is how the timer works. You have a countdown. The countdown is not related to your clips, but it's gonna give you a countdown. 3 seconds, 10 seconds, or 20 seconds. So if I choose the 3-second countdown, it's gonna give me 3, 2, 1, a countdown. So that's always good for me, but if you're further away, 10 seconds might be better. Then you decide how long do you want to record the clip for. If you're not sure, you could just leave it at the end and it will end it when you hit the 15 seconds, or you could start and stop manually. But I like to just set it, let's say this is 5 seconds. My intro to this video is gonna be 5 seconds. And look on top, you see that little white bar? It says it starts in the beginning, but it's gonna interrupt you at 5 seconds, but it's gonna kind of edit the video for you that way, right? So you say exactly what you want. So let me press start. It's gonna give me the 3-second countdown. Hey everyone, in today's video, I'm gonna show you exactly how to make YouTube Shorts from scratch. Then he ended it for me, right? So it's perfect. I don't have to do any editing, which I'm gonna have some options on the next page to do. Then I could go ahead and, for example, maybe flip the camera. Let's say I'm gonna pick up this big old camera and put that in the shot and maybe press record there. Okay, so I'm gonna record this little clip, and I didn't set a timer here, right? I'll have to manually press stop to stop that clip. And you could see the gray area on top is what I have left over. So the two little red areas are the two different clips. And then I have the other option at the end. Let me go ahead and flip the camera because I do want to show you filters too. That's under the timer. The filter tab lets you apply filters to change the look of your video. So you can go ahead and apply them on this page. I'll leave it on no filter here. And then underneath that, you have this green screen option. Again, not available to everyone, but with green screen, you could put something else behind you. Like I could select a picture I have, and it looks like I'm sitting in my YouTube studio, right? It's not perfect, right? But it's not bad. And you could always get pop-up green screens behind you to make it even better if this is something you want to use more professionally. That's the green screen option, but I haven't recorded. So to record, I'm gonna press the record option. And this is the green screen effect now behind me. And I'll go ahead and pause, okay? So I have a little bit of timer left. If you finish your whole 15 seconds or 60 seconds, it will take you to the next page automatically. Then you also have this ghost effect. The ghost effect lets you do kind of layovers. So if you're doing time lapses and things like that, that little layover option is very, very useful. So I recommend it. And remember, anytime on the bottom, you can upload things too that are already on your phone. I typically use the YouTube app though to record all the clips because I have all these simple options for recording. So this is the recording page. Let's press the check mark. This is the editing page, right? So we have the first page recording, second page is this, and the last page is going to be our post. Now, again, I could choose my music here on the bottom. So let me show you that. You could jump in here and change music. So that's good. You could change your mind on that. The editing process is right here under adjust. But with this, all you need to do is you could go ahead and adjust what portion of the music you're using. So that's very, very handy. So you don't have to always choose the beginning. You maybe start at the 20-second mark or really anywhere within the track. Maybe I'll just use this section and press done. So that's now adjusted the portion of the music you used. Then you have text. And with text, you could type out your text here. And you could change the color of the text. You could change if you press classic, it changes the style of the text. And you could change if you want a background or not. And I'm gonna use the slider to make it bigger or smaller and press it and put it somewhere over here, right? So text is useful because a lot of people might be listening to this without sound. And you could always tap on a text again once it's here and you could edit it, or you could change the timing. So if you want a text to appear later, you could grab the slider from the beginning and shorten it up here. So maybe the text appears here, and then you can make the text end a little bit sooner too, right? So this is called disappearing text. And on this page, you could press the AA here and then add another text. So maybe another text appears a little bit later. So you could go ahead and choose it on that page. Now let me go to timeline. With timeline, you basically get your whole edit in one page. So you have your clips down here, right? You have your music and you have your text. So it's kind of three different layers on top of each other like this. So it's really easy here to adjust any text, add any text, and that's your timeline option. And filters we looked at before, but it's nice that you could apply it on this page too. You don't always have to apply it on the recording page. Now, this timeline does have limitations in what you could do with the edit. That's why I recommend you record this exactly like you want. But I'm sure they're going to update this with more options for editing. But that's all your options on the bottom. Let's go ahead and press next. And this is going to bring you to the details page or your posting page, right? So you would just go ahead and add a title. So it says give a caption to your short. You have up to 100 characters. So your title of the video will go here. Make it something nice and catchy. I'm gonna press done. Then you could leave it unlisted or schedule it for later. And if it's made for kids, obviously, because of YouTube, you have to say it's made for kids, or you could leave it not made for kids. I don't make videos for kids, so this is not made for kids. And this is everything that you could do on this page. You don't have an option for custom thumbnails or anything, but it's pretty straightforward here. So when you're happy, just go ahead and press upload, and it will add it to your YouTube channel just like that. Now, I should mention music copyright still applies if you record something outside of YouTube or use a song that's playing in your environment while you're recording. So don't do that. Make sure you're in a quiet space. If you're talking, go ahead and talk, but then still apply music using this app. And if you found limitations with the YouTube app, my other tutorial is more advanced. So it will show you how to do things in an editing software that basically has no limitation. So mixing music with dialogue and more advanced voiceover. But YouTube is updating this all the time. They have new features come into it. So make sure you subscribe if you want to see where YouTube Shorts is going. I do create new videos on this almost every single week. I hope you found this useful. Again, all the resources are in the description below this video, including a more advanced tutorial, as well as the arm that I'm using right here. Thanks so much for all your time, and I hope to catch you next time.